everybody, my name is Citrus, and today I'm here to talk about Pokemon Legends Arceus. About a week late. Yes, I know, I'm sorry, I'm kind of late to the party, but I had a few other things going on when the game came out, which prevented me from talking about it right on launch. But I'm here now, I've been playing the game for a little bit, and I have a lot of thoughts. So today I thought I'd try something a little bit different. Today I'm just going to be playing the game, doing some little side stuff here and there, nothing too spoilery here, and just sort of talking about my experience with the game, because it is quite the unique Pokemon game, and it's one that I've been looking forward to. I've been cautiously optimistic about it, and I've got a lot of thoughts. So far, I really like it. And I have many things to say on why I like it. So, without any further ado, here we are, in the game. This is my guy, my main man, me, I guess. I'm wearing this sick Growlithe kimono with this fox mask, looking kinda edgy, not gonna lie, but it is kinda dope. So the setup for this game is actually pretty interesting in terms of, like, the story. I won't try and spoil anything, but basically, you are a member of the Galaxy team, which is a group who are trying to sort of like research Pokemon and find out more about them, because this game takes place in the past in Pokemon history, when Pokemon and humans aren't exactly the best of friends, except for this guy and his Wurmple, I guess. You see, these two are changing the game. They're creating history right here. This worm and this man. So you're part of the Galaxy team, you're trying to find out more about Pokemon, and you're trying to create the world's first Pokédex. At the same time, you're also helping out the villagers. They have their own little side quests and things that you can do. And that's pretty much all I want to say about the story, because I don't want to get too far into spoilers and little details like that. That's all you really need to know to get into the general idea of it. But there is more to it, just so you know. And it's pretty cool, actually. Oh, and here Akari is trying to challenge me to a battle, I guess, so I guess I'll do it. This is actually a pretty good segue into the battling mechanics of the game. Look at that. I totally planned for this to happen so that I could talk about the battling mechanics. Yes, so the battling in this game is a little different than previous Pokemon games. Obviously, it's still turn-based, but changed in a few interesting ways. For starters, I can walk around in here, which is pretty fun. I can just walk up to this Pokemon, can walk up to Akari over here. It's kind of like how in Dragon Quest XI, you can just sort of walk around the battlefield for some reason. So as you can see, you have your typical Pokemon options. You have your stats in the bottom left, you have your fight, items, Pokemon, and run, as well as this action turn order in the upper right, which I believe is new to this game. And yeah, it's your typical Pokemon fare. You press A, you can choose a move to use. You can hit up and go to the items if you want to use any of these. Hit down to switch Pokemon. And this is all pretty standard stuff. Where it gets kind of interesting with the battle UI is in the bottom right, this little turntable of Pokemon at your disposal. This is all just your Pokemon you have out there. And it actually lets you sort of quickly on the fly change out Pokemon. So if I want to switch to Luxio, I can use the bumpers to go over to him, hit the trigger, and then it'll ask if I want to switch in Luxio. I don't think I do right now. What is Mime Jr. weak to? We're just going to use Leafage real quick, hit him with that Hiya! Damn near killed Mime Jr. But now he's using Hypnosis, which is kind of annoying. This is where we might want to switch into Luxio, which I can do using this sick-ass turntable. I really love this. It's so convenient. I hate fiddling through menus in Pokemon games because I feel like it just makes the battles that much slower. This really gets you into the action quickly and effectively and just lets you do so many things at the press of a button. And I'll show later, there's more to that turntable. You can do some more things with it. Oh, and here we see Pikachu using Agile Style, which is a new feature to this game, where if I hit Fight, you can actually change the style of move that you want to do. So you can have it be Agile Style, as Pikachu just demonstrated, which is a much faster version of the move, but it is weaker. As you can see, normal quick attack does 40, or has 40 power, but if we use Agile Style, it's 30. but speed is increased to the point where for certain moves, you can actually attack twice in one turn. So it's pretty handy. And then you have strong style, which is much stronger but slower, and it could even be so slow that the opposing player can actually have 2 turns in the time it takes for you to recover. And also both these styles use more PP than the normal move, so you can choose when to use them strategically. It adds a lot of depth to the combat. It's cool. But for Pikachu, we're probably going to switch out because I don't think this is the right Pokemon to use. And I actually don't know. Electricity beats water, I think? Yeah. So they would not want to use Buizel. We'll switch in Scyther. I'm feeling that. You see, having the option of using this Pokemon menu and the turntable is really neat, because if you know, then you can go much faster, switch to who you want. But if you're like me, you don't know all the matchups, you can go down into the menu and really study for a second and think about who you want to switch in. And I think that's just really cool. I'm gonna switch in my boy Dustox. I don't even know if I've used this Pokemon yet, I just kind of have him on my team. But we're gonna use the Tackle. I think Tackle's an old classic. There we go. That's a dead Pikachu right there. Battle decided. Akari sucks ass at this game. Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted by that battle, which took kind of a long time, here we are in the... I forgot what this place is called, Grassfield Lands or some shit. This is where you're gonna be a majority of the time, running around, dodge rolling, and doing all that shit. And this game is very different from past Pokemon games where you're just battling and walking around and going into more battles and doing more other shit. Here, obviously, freely walking around, I can hide in this grass real quick, and this is where, again, this like quick turntable thing comes in handy. Can switch to my Pokeballs, try and sneak up on this Bidoof, and then pressing the trigger, I actually have to aim and throw it at the Bidoof, which is so cool. If you're playing this game, definitely turn on motion controls. I think it's so much cooler when you actually have to like aim your shit around and like throw it. It's so cool. Makes you really feel like you're throwing the Pokeball. I forgot to turn on my camera. Hello, I'm back. Yeah, you really feel the sense of like freedom and options with this game. I can choose to, throw out my Dartrix and engage in a battle with this dude. Or I say, nah, I'ma hide over here and I'ma snipe him. Except I missed. Except I missed again. Except third time I'm shit at this game. And while these Bidoofs won't attack me, there are other Pokemon who get very agitated by your presence and will actually try to harm you, the player. Me wearing the fox mask, and in which case this dodge roll comes into play and you have to dodge out of the way and avoid all their attacks, and it's freaking sick. Actually, most of the Pokemon are pretty easy to avoid. There are just a couple of really strong ones that you might get hit by. But otherwise, it's not too scary. But I like the sentiment. I think it's kind of cool that they have these Pokemon who can actually freaking kill you. Now, I've been talking a lot about mechanics and running around and doing all this stuff. But what's the actual game like? What's the actual gameplay loop? And it's pretty simple. You get a main story mission. It tells you to go wherever, like that marker is telling me to go. And then on your way towards that quest, you might find some Pokemon along the way. You try and fill out your first ever Pokédex, and you just go and do what you're sent out to do. It sounds kind of boring when I put it like that. You get a mission, and then you run around and try and do it. But what makes this really fun is the variety of things to do on your way to that mission. Like, if I was going in that direction and I come across this tree, I'm like, it's got berries on it. Let me throw my Pokemon at it, and then he can attack the tree, and I get a couple apricorns. Apricorns? Or I see this Luxray, and I'm like, you know what? I hate this guy. I'm gonna fight him. Not Luxray, Shinx. I'm stupid. Can you tell that I'm like an avid Pokemon fan? Can you tell that I'm like super into Pokemon? And then yeah, I can go and I can fight him, or I can catch him, and there's actually a great incentive to fight a lot of Pokemon and to attack a lot of Pokemon and just interact with the game, do a lot more than just catch one of every Pokemon. Because if I open up my Pokedex and I open it up, you can see all the Pokemon in here, and the ones with Pokeballs next to them means that I have gotten to research level 10 and completed their Pokedex entries. But there are some, like Pikachu over here, only level 7, haven't gotten all the way over there. And that's where these tasks come into play. You have number caught, number of light specimens. I don't even know what that means that you've caught. Number of Pokemon you've caught without being spotted. Number defeated. Times you've seen it use Thundershock. These are all adding to your research level in order to fully unlock the Pokédex entry for these Pokemon. As it says on this one, this Pokemon has only just been documented. Investigation is still ongoing. But if I go up to Buizel, or however you pronounce this one, it actually has a proper description, and there's a lot of things that you can read up about it, where it is in the environment, and all of that. So you're trying to not only catch the Pokemon or engage with them, but you're trying to catch multiple of them. You're trying to see them do different moves. You're trying to fight a number of them. You're trying to do all these things to get to that research level so that you can fully complete your Pokedex. And that was one of those things in the older Pokemon games where, like, I'd see a Pokemon and I'd be like, oh wow, you know, a Pikachu. But like the 10th time I've seen a Pikachu, I'm like, whatever. I already caught the first one I saw. But having it where it's like, oh, but you need to do multiple things for each Pokemon and try and, you know, see everything that it has to offer in order to complete your Pokedex entry, that makes it kind of interesting. That's kind of fun. It makes me want to catch multiple Pikachus, fight multiple Pikachus, do whatever I need to do to fill out that entry. So while it is sort of repetitive, it's kind of that good repetitive. It's the kind of where if you play it and you like it, you'll really enjoy this game because it's just doing that, and it's that gameplay loop that's just sort of addicting. I don't know why, but this game has such an addicting quality to it. It's just fun to throw your Pokemon out there and actually physically aim it. It's fun to dodge roll out of the way of Pokemon attacks or find trees and rocks to hit with your Pokemon so that you can get new resources. And that's another thing I forgot to mention about this game. There's a whole crafting system. If I go into my items, into my bag, and I switch over to key items, open up my crafting kit, because I ran out of Pokeballs, I can actually craft a bunch of Pokeballs if I want to, which you're definitely going to need some, because if you're like me, you have shit aim. And now I've got plenty of Pokeballs to go throw at this innocent Starly, who does not suspect a damn thing. Come on. But all these mechanics, they sort of add up. Not just the different battling, not just the different environment and the different ways to catch Pokemon and all these things. It adds up to something that's not only a very unique Pokemon game, but it's one that's really fun. It's just fun to do these things. The mechanics and the actions that they have you doing in the game are cool, they're fun, and they make you want to keep on exploring. Why can't I go up here? I've reached the top of them. You can go any further. I haven't found that yet, that's funny. If I had to nitpick something about the gameplay, there's really small things. I don't know, the dodge roll has a lot of end lag on it, which is kind of annoying, and sometimes I hit the wrong buttons for the Pokedex, or the bag, or the Arc Phone, but that's all incredibly minor stuff. I have been having a blast with the actual mechanics of this game. It's super fun. Now, one of the biggest things that was talked about with this game, and people online especially, is how it looks visually, because, not gonna lie, not exactly the greatest looking game on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, just looking out across this field, yeah, it looks kind of barren. These trees look kind of out of place. Everything looks a little jank, not gonna lie. But I don't know, man. Like, for some reason, I just don't really care about that. I don't know. It feels fun to walk around. It feels fun to do the things in this world. So seeing these trees that look, you know, like not great, I'm like, whatever. And we could sit here and argue all day about whether the Pokemon company, you know, oh, the biggest company in the world, and the biggest entertainment franchise in the world, why can't they give us good graphics? It's like, the game's fun, it looks good enough. I can tell that this is grass and that this is a rock. Do I think that it could be better? Yes. Do I want it to be better? Yes. I think a visually stunning Pokemon game would be awesome. We saw Pokemon Snap last year. Beautiful game. I didn't even play it, but I just saw so many videos of it, and it looked amazing. And if we could get that level of visual fidelity out of a mainline Pokemon game or a Pokemon game in this style, that would be incredible. Now, obviously, Pokemon Snap is on rails and much more controlled, which is why they were able to get some more graphically intensive stuff on screen compared to this more open world style game. But there are better looking open world games on Switch, so obviously they could do better in this department. But in terms of like art style, I think it looks good. I like how the characters look. I like how the Pokemon look in the world. Stylistically, everything sort of meshes together really nicely. It all looks pretty clean in terms of art style. I just wish that there was more, lighting effects. There were more particle effects. If you look at the ground, you can definitely tell that there's like a plain grass texture with just a couple of little grass things on top, which is just kind of a pet peeve of mine. It's like, this looks so fake. Who knows, maybe I've been spoiled by games like Ghost of Tsushima and stuff where just the grass looks like it's straight out of God's heavenly kingdom. So to summarize, I guess I could say I can look past the graphics because the game is so fun, but in the future I would want this to look better. But now I'm starting to ramble, so I will pretty much leave my thoughts there. Those are my thoughts on Pokemon Legends Arceus. Overall, I think it is a super cool, fun new game in the Pokemon series. Definitely a style that I would love to see them work on and evolve and keep going. Maybe even we get to see this style of Pokemon game, but in a modern setting or in some other part of the world that isn't like this old-timey Japan thing they're going for. Maybe they go into old-timey... I'm trying to think of an old-timey place that wasn't racist, and it's very hard. I was about to say, oh yes, do old-timey England when they were fucking colonizing everybody. That would be a great Pokemon game. But yeah, that pretty much summarizes my thoughts. Let me know what you guys thought about the video, about this new style, if I should do this with more new releases, and let me know if you have been playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, if you've been enjoying it, if you've not been enjoying it, if there are some things that bug you about it, please do let me know. I would love to hear all your thoughts, and again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I'm hoping to be able to more consistently put out videos from now on. I know took a bit of a break there over like winter, but I'm ready to get back on it. We're coming up on the channel's 5th anniversary, which I don't know, maybe I'll do something for that. I don't know. well, we might do something fun. We'll see. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Peace.